We actually wanted to buy a house that was already done, but nothing came up that was really what we wanted as a house and as a garage and a backyard type thing around Townsville. And then we went to the showrooms at the display village just down the road, and that gave us a bit more ideas on what we want and what we can have. And we've had a chat with other building companies in that progress as well. But they spoke to us like we didn't know we didn't really know what we were talking about, but we knew enough that we knew what we wanted and not what anyone else wanted. And Rob and Cam made that comfortable for us to be able to go down the line of our vision of a house and not anyone else's.
From the first meeting when we met Rob, the first chat, we just felt so relaxed and that there was going to be no stress in the whole process. It was just so easy. And having built a townhouse previously, it was a disaster. It took 3.5 years, so that was one of the scariest things I think on my mind. I didn't want to go through the same thing again. But from sitting down with Rob straight away, you knew that he had the passion and the pride, and it's his business, and he wanted to do the best work not only for us but for himself, because he takes so much pride in their work. And it was so easy talking to him. There was no stress throughout the entire process. Better than we could have imagined.
Yeah, we love the fact that this is the house that we built, not that someone else built. So that's even better than what we expected. Well, everything's done to a high standard that we're just happy with everything.
Yeah, it's exactly what we pictured. We can see our vision that we had at the beginning. Rob and Cam have built it exactly as we wanted. They gave us the best advice if what we thought wasn't really going to work practically. They gave us options and explained why it wasn't possible. They didn't just say, no, that's a bad idea. They worked with us to make sure it was 100% exactly what we wanted, and it is. We had friends whose builds got delayed and then they got hit with extra charges for the material increases and stuff, and that was something that we didn't want. Whereas Rob was like, no, we have guaranteed fixed price. Once you sign, that's what the price is. The price won't change only if we make changes to it, and that was made it so much easier for us, knowing that we could budget to a budget and build our house exactly how we wanted with no hidden extra costs popping up. We design our house with all the details, and then Rob costs it exactly, including everything that we want. And so then we get a full picture of exactly how much our dream house would cost before we've signed up and before we've committed to it. And so we knew exactly what we were getting. We could see the plans, we could see every little inclusion, and then we were like, well, that's it. There's no extra. We could add different things in, but they made it so easy that at the beginning, things that we hadn't thought of and then we thought of later, they're like, oh, that's already included. There was nothing really that we thought of that Rob and Cam didn't already have in their standard process and their standard offering, which was so good. To start with, the timing, and then just the communication and the wanting to build for what we wanted, and pretty much everything. It was the polar opposite. So we knew from the first step that we were going to get a completely different experience, and that's why there wasn't really a question. For as soon as we met with Rob, when we walked out, we were both like, yeah, that's our builder, we're signing up.
Rob spoke to us every step of the way, and he made it easier for us to understand. If there was something that they changed, they practically talked to us, and they made the decision on the fact that practicality-wise it was better off in the long term, which we understood after. Our biggest problem, what wasn't really a problem, was getting stuff signed, because geographically we were in different states while we were trying to do the preliminary process, and that was probably the biggest obstacle.
Rob was very accommodating in that preliminary process when we were doing that initial contract, given that Rob was in another state. He worked weekends and everything to get everything ready within compressed timeframes so we could sign it. And there was nothing that they wouldn't do for us. It was just you need it done now, we'll do it, we'll make it work, which was so really good.
They're professional, They're genuine, they were honest. That was the best thing that we liked, is that they were honest. The cost was the cost, the build was the build, and there was no ifs, buts or maybes in between it. That's how it was, and they didn't change anything on us. We made small changes for benefit of what we required in the house as well, but that was how it worked, and we're very happy on what the outcome was.
There was nothing that was too difficult. There was never a stupid question, no matter what questions we asked. Like, they gave us like the answer and explained anything multiple times, no matter how many times we wanted it or how simple we wanted them to explain it so we could understand. They made sure that we knew everything, every step of the way, and it just made it so much easier.
Buildertrend's a great app. Everything that they signed and we signed was on Buildertrend, so there's nothing, we didn't have to call them to bug them with administration, that we already knew what was there. They kept us updated with stuff. Whether we didn't get back to them straight away, we got back to them because we knew it was still, because it flags at you. So that's really nice.
And we really liked the progress photos because it meant we didn't have to drive out here every day, which is like a 20-minute drive, to see if they'd done anything. We could see that there was a pit, like updated photos, and we're like, oh, the slab's been done, let's go out and have a look. It made it so much easier. Like, we were like, oh, there's progress, let's go see, not we better drive out there just to check if something's been done. So it was really good to like see it, and especially when we went away, like on holidays, we could still see like progress happening, which made it really easy. It was such an easy process, so like streamlined, there was no stress. Never for a second were we like, oh, did we make the right decision? We knew from the beginning that we made the right decision to build our home, and we wouldn't have chosen anyone else. And if we were going to build again, we would 100% come back.
We didn't doubt the process. As soon as we walked out of their showroom initially, we knew what they were going to do, and we knew how they were going to do it for us, and exactly what Nicole said, we'd build again with them in a heartbeat if we're going to build another house.
We did that whole preliminary process, so got our contract signed, picked everything. So once our land was ready to go, they were almost ready to start pretty much straight away as soon as they could, which made it so much like faster. Yeah. And even with Christmas in there, they were still progressing. Like, we went away for over Christmas for a few weeks, and that was just a slab, and then we came back and there was like the trusses and the frames had already been started. Like, even over the break when we thought they would have been on holidays. It's ours. It's like our home. We will enjoy being here, having friends over, having our family, and spending time here because it's so beautiful.
We're very happy on the build. We're happy on how the process went. We're very happy with Rob and Cam and how they communicated with us during the process of their stuff, and now we got something we can call ours, and we can make it a home, and we can start decorating it how we need to redecorate, and there's just enough pink in the house.